There is mainly two ways to live life. One is through our mind and conditioning related to the individual being, separated from others and the world. So when we follow that, we act through a channel which is deviated. Energy, the flow of life, is going through all the corners of the mind, and then we feel it's not flowing so well. Sometimes it's flowing, sometimes not. We are struggling, then it's okay. So it's a river which is half flowing, and we would like that water of life to flow freely. And that is the second way of living life. When this inner river is flowing more freely or completely freely, then life is happening on its own, because it's not going through the intermediate channel of the mind, left and right. We talk sometimes about three main channels in yoga: Sushumna, Ida, and Pingala. So when it's flowing through the left, right, it's the symbol of the mind. So the energy is not flowing from the center. In some texts we speak about the inverted well and flower. The flow of life is flowing from the top of the head, the crown chakra flowing down, and but when our attention is not there, because we are lost in identification with the person, with the body-mind, so because of that, there is also all this conditioning, and from our past, childhood, and who knows, maybe past life, and we act or react from all these old patterns and blockages, which we have taken also from our parents, family, and surroundings. So it's a mix of all this. But in short, it's like in body work, there is some blockages also in the physical body or in the subtle body, and we try to remove them by doing some acupressure, some therapies, through talking, understanding. Many approaches are there, but the idea is to remove the blockages in order for the prana or life to flow better, because also the side effect of all this can be physical pain, disease, or mental disease, or disturbances, emotional disturbances. So it has a side effect at all levels. So our spiritual search is also connected with that, with the well-being of the body-mind. And so when we understand that there is two ways of living life, we slowly, quickly understand, it's an emergency to turn back attention to this water of life from where it's flowing. So this channel, this inner line, we call it Sushumna, at different level, but it is the same name we use, Sushumna. And so it is an inner space where there is no one. That's why life is flowing freely. When ego mind is in between, it goes through many complicated channels. When any situation in life, any trigger come, it's like a computer. So it come here and go into the computer to some entry and go through this and react in some ways, but it's like very deformed through these blockages. So the response to life is not direct or clear and pure. It is very much colored by all these stuff that we keep inside. So, the more we turn our attention from where it's coming from attention itself, prior to the sense of I or individuality, then we realize more and more that this I is not really existing, which is the cause of the disturbances, because I is a root cause of all other trouble. If there is no sense of separation, there is no I, there is no problem, there is only life, which is always absolutely free. So this is the root cause, I. If we keep this in mind very clear, then all other disturbances, emotional wounds, or whatever is coming from that. Yes, so turning back attention prior to the rising of I is where there is no one, where life is free, and this inner channel, is inner place, is free of anyone who is writing from control and fear, which is a work of the mind. And then we live a life of intuition, which is very different from mine, because intuition is not in time and space. Intuition is a natural flow. Intuition comes and it can make absolutely no sense. And it's not rational. Intuition is not rational, and if we trust it, in spite of the mind arguing, no, but it's not rational, we should do that, and then what if, and then we are lost again in the mind, and we did not listen to that. So that is the inner flow of this inner river, the water of life. So the more it is open, the more we listen only to that and live from that place, from intuition, which is not rational, because we trust it. And this is surrendering to life or to God's will, seeing life or God is doing everything. I do nothing. So life is manifesting itself, and I less and less go through all the layers of the mind and past and wounds and so on. So that is the simple way and most beautiful way to live life, which is a very natural and simple way of living. Through the mind, it's very complicated, painful. Sometimes it's nice also. It has all this. The mind is not just a little mind in the mind. It's a power. We call it Kal in the Indian scriptures. Kal or time. It's also the name for the mind. The super mind. There is only one mind. It's not just 1, 2, 3 mind. Mind is a power, and very complex in comparison to being, which is very simple, which is prior to the creation of the mind. So if we come back to this simplicity and living for a place of freedom, of more emptiness, so you can experience that when you walk, when you talk. You walk as there is no one, you talk as there is no one. You listen as there is no one. Everything you do it as there is no one, from this empty space within, and you just live from there, more and more. Maybe, most probably, it goes back and forth. And so we learn to stay here and trust that, trust intuition, trust this real beauty, because beauty is also the characteristic of the self, of being, the real beauty, which is not disturbed by whatever is happening. So outer beauty we experience in the world is a reflection of that real beauty of the soul. So Sundaram, which means beauty, is also joy, ananda. That's why we use these words. Sometimes we use this word Sat, Chit, Ananda. So Sat is existence of being, So the more I realize that I am not, then there is only the Supreme Being. Shit is consciousness. I know nothing. When I know nothing, then it becomes the supreme knowledge, chit, consciousness. And Ananda is joy, beauty, and that is I am everything, or love. So Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, I am nothing. Chit, I know nothing. Ananda, I am everything. Sat, Chit, Ananda. So this one way to explain it, and to realize by denying the fake sense of I is not to doing anything wrong, but is to transcend it, to go beyond it, and to realize that I am this Sat Chit Ananda. So Supreme Being, Supreme Knowledge, Supreme Love. Yes. So that is another way to live life, and that I felt invited myself to live more that kind of life. That's why also I share with you, and that might be why you are listening to these words, because you might also be attracted by this lifestyle more and more. So we are very blessed that we can hear these words, and that life is opening in a new way for us, and all what is happening in the world is just an happening, but we'll experience it through a different eye, which is the eye of wisdom, and see all as a blessing and grace, because through this space we learn from everything. So everything is a blessing, and the guru is not a physical, it can take a form of a physical person, but it's mostly the invisible power which is inside and outside of us and working through all of us. So we trigger each other's in life and the world, and whatever happens in the world also trigger us, but it's all the work of the invisible guru, which is life. For me it is the same, exactly same, different name, life, invisible guru, which is one. He speaks through many beings in different ways, and even our partner who trigger us is the best guru if we take it in a good way. We turn back attention here, instead of blaming the other, we take responsibility for what is happening, and let it be felt here, whatever is experienced, not fighting, suppressing, expressing, no, just staying. The path of the yogi is to stay here and take whatever is going through the field of consciousness, of this here, and I stay in my own presence. All is happening in my own presence as consciousness. So there is nothing to fear and no need to avoid discomfort, because this discomfort experience is allowing all these inner blockages and stuff through the mind and conditioning to leave our system if it's not needed. So that's how we can shift from the old way of living to the new way of living, letting go of all this, thanking all the triggers from outer world, or even our inner world, thanking everything as a blessing, and being more and more grateful for everything. It's all a way to change our lifestyle from the old to the new. It's a clear, centered lifestyle where all is happening for the best, and when we are in love, in trust, following the intuition, which is God's voice, and then it is very, very different. So I feel we are very, very blessed, and that's a special time to live. Now is always a special time, because there is only now, there is no other moment in truth. So we are always here and now, and all the play of this even changing lifestyle, it's part of the play, but of course it feels closer to our true self when we are living from this center line, clear space, so all become more joyful, more clear. And what else to say? Yes. So we have so many things we can open to, and it's never ending. And at the same time, we are already that, which is always perfect, which has nothing to learn, nothing to change, the ever blissful self, which is our own true nature. So this is a double game. So at the same time, there is nowhere to go, nothing to do. It's our own self only. There is no two self. So let's play this game and open to all that. I thank you very much. Namaste. You can click to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you very soon. Thank you.